What to do, Aereheads? I'm Aere and welcome. We are going to talk about the top 5 altcoins, the top 5 alt plays that I am watching today. First coin I've been talking about for a long time. I mean, I enjoyed some great profits on this, riding this up to the top. It has had a historic rise based off the fact that it is an Oracle similar to Chainlink, but after the Swift network announced the completion of dress rehearsals to leverage Chainlink's Oracle infrastructure, TRB and other Oracle networks have seen a historic rise. The market cap on this coin is only 66 million. This is a potential good play for the upcoming bull market. Now, I am looking at this coin from 2 aspects. Number 1, long-term hold. Number 2, I'm looking at this from a shorting and a long standpoint. Right now, it seems to have come up against pretty stiff resistance at that 41.616 level. You can see we have painted a couple, I mean, this one is going way back, but we're in a couple of areas of supply where institutions have sold off. And it might not be institutions in the case of this coin, but larger whale entities. Right now, I'm more in the mindset of shorting this coin short term, because we have been smashing against this resistance right now. So I'm looking at my entry in 2 spots. The first is this trend line on the daily time frame, which we have been in now for almost 2 weeks. We have been here. We've been banging against this trend line. So that is one possible way to look for a short, but you want to short the top of this range, right? Which is these supply zones in red up here. You can see the price correlations on the side to draw these on your own chart. But I mean, historically, right, we're coming up against a double top, a triple top, really. You can see how it's been this line that I drew right in the middle, right? Previous support, previous resistance. This is a key level here. So if we're going to continue up on TRB, we need to flip really these 2 lines to continue up. We can see here that the volume is coming down a little bit. So unless we get a spike in the volume and this money flow down here keeps up, and this CRV keeps up, I am going to be looking to take a short position unless we flip this. But I'm bullish on this in the long term. I think this coin will perform well, especially only being a $60 million market cap coin in the bull market. This was a news-based pump. This was a news-based pump from another network, Chainlink. At some point, people are going to take profits. You don't run up 300% without some of the whales in an only $60 million market cap ecosystem taking profits. That doesn't mean it has to. It could very well break outside of this ascending triangle and we can draw. I mean, we'd be looking at a $65, $66, $67 potential on TRB. Now, we talk about on this channel all the time, shorten the top of ranges. If we draw our fixed range volume profile here, and we take it from here to here, we can see we are approaching the top of the range right now. So as we get closer to that, I'm going to make a decision on whether or not to short this or whether it looks like this money flow is continuing, the CRV is continuing up. Right now on the daily candle, it would appear the momentum is there, but we'll have to wait and watch what happens as we creep up further into this supply zone. Next one off the list is the Kyber Network. It has a $122 million market cap, ranked number 174 coin. It has had a pretty good run up lately as well. I mean, from the bottom to the top right now, it's about 43%. You can see this supply zone that I have drawn here. It's supply, resistance, order block, whatever you want to call it, right? Previous support, and you know, we can draw this even back further, right? So you can draw this way back here, right? Lost it, retest, 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 failed. Wicked up into it, failed. Wick, finally broke through, failed retest, break back down, wick back into it. You can see, right? And then here we are, right back into it today. So that being said, set your alerts. I'm setting my alert right on that line, the red line I just drew right there. And then if we start coming back down underneath that supply zone, I'm going to be potentially looking for a short opportunity. Obviously, we're on the daily time frame. I'm going to drill in a little bit more. Wait for maybe a 1 to 4 hour candle close on this before looking for a potential short. But also keeping in mind that we need to watch other indicators, let the candles talk to you, watch this CVD, which right now it's creeping up. So it's possible that we continue to the top side. But this is a coin that, again, I'm bullish on in the long term. Short term wise, looking at potential short opportunities on it. Money flow is still there at the moment, but this is one that I'm setting alerts on and keeping my eyes on today. Great project. The main goal of the Kyber, I don't know how you say it, is to enable DeFi dApps, DEXs, and other users easy access to deep liquidity pools that provide the best rates. So great DeFi play here on Kyber. But historically, this red box, this red rectangle, I mean, we can drag this even farther back, has acted as stiff resistance and support, depending on what side of the price action we're on. Currently looking, waiting, watching for either a long or a short opportunity, depend on what it does right now at this level. Loom Network is another one that I'm watching, $142 million market cap coin, listed on lots of exchanges here. You can short it. It wasn't listed on a lot of these exchanges during the last bull run. So technically speaking, this is a coin that really hasn't seen a bull market, a proper bull market yet, where it's been listed on exchanges. Those are coins that some of you guys know from Discord. We're talking about that. We're trying to find coins that have not been through a bull market. A bunch listed here when we start building our bags for the next alt season. Loom has had a historic rise off of a lot of these listings recently. I mean, up as much as 218%. We have a bit of an inverse, or crooked, I should say, not inverse, shoulder, head, and shoulders form in here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens at this line. If we start to lose it, I'm going to look towards this bottom as a double bottom for a potential pump to the back side. Looking at this from both a long-term play, like I've been talking about, but more recently, we're seeing the volume kind of drop down. So we're seeing a little bit of a bearish divergence volume wise, right? So price is going up, volume is starting to kind of wind down a little bit on it. We have our pattern drawn, we have our trend lines drawn, and we have our double top here. So now we drill into smaller time frames and try to look for potential short opportunities, set them up, set alerts on them for when the time arises. Money flow is starting to come out on it, so that is something we're going to continue to watch. Stokes RSI is coming down a little bit. We haven't got any real strong sell signals yet. There's no real super strong bearish divergences yet. On the CVD, the only real bearish divergence I can see right now is on the volume, where we're starting to wind down a little bit, but you can't have a giant run up like this and not have some profit taking. But zones that I am watching for right now, obviously, kind of where we're at right now. So I'm looking for a candle close below this to lose this line to look for entries. But another project that I'm looking at for my alt hodl bag this coming bull market. Short term wise though, it's looking a little shoulder, head, and shouldery. It's looking like we're topping out. I mean, we obviously did, right? So if we kind of come back up into this box area, that's one place I'm looking for a short. Otherwise, I'm drilling into smaller time frames, 30-minute time frame here. You can see where there's some potential long opportunities too if we get into them. We're in one right now, so if we got back up to here, I'd be looking down here, but money flow is starting to come out and volume starting to dry up a little bit. So I'm starting to kind of think after this historic run, there's gonna be some profit takers out there. Let's try to look for a short entry. Chainlink LINK is another one that I'm bullish on. Lots of reasons. I mean, partnering with the Swift network is pretty freaking huge. But on top of that, we have been in a fairly tradable channel now since May of 2022. This is one of the few coins out there that looks like this, where you have predictable long and short zones for over a year now. We've been in this. So we've talked about this. We talked about this down here off of this trend line and riding it all the way up to the top here. So I am continuing to trade this coin like this. I mean, these are longer time frame plays. These are daily candles on here. You could be in this play for weeks on a time. The other thing to consider on Chainlink is this channel is 50%. That is huge. You get a good entry down here, you could be in this play. I mean, that's a 5 times leverage even. You know, that's a 250% win. I mean, imagine 250%ing your money. That is huge. And we can see the obvious demand zones where you have opportunities for longs. Kind of missed them here, but within the next few days to a week, I would expect us to be to the top of the channel again. You can set your alerts up there and look for a potential short position. And you can see these supply zones up here where in the past here, for example, most recently, we have gotten a second opportunity to short it. As traders, as price action traders, we can't ask for a better system than being in a tradable channel for essentially a year. Now, that's not the prettiest tradable channel. I get that. You probably got stomped out or would have gotten stomped out certain times throughout here. But, you know, if you ran a liberal enough stop loss and you got a good enough entry off of these trend lines, you'd be well, I mean, 250% potential on just 5 times leverage on this guy. But just keep in mind, we are starting to approach the top of the range right now. This is a potential short opportunity up here at, you know, between about 7.6 and about 7.8, and then again between about 8.098, and then this yellow Bitcoin orange, I should say, trend line at 8.469. So looking at the fundamentals, we're seeing this money flow starting to come in again. It'll probably take us up to the top of the channel on the daily time frame. And then the CVD is like skyrocketing up, but ticking down a little bit, as we're seeing on this daily candle. Most altcoins are bleeding today. Bitcoin, not down much. That could easily turn around, but warning signs for a good short, a possible 250% short opportunity on Link. Last coin that I'm going to show you guys today. I'm going to try to do these more often. I don't know that I'm going to say every day if I can, sure. But I do, just FYI guys, post this shit in Discord, and I post alt plays all day long. And not only that, but we got a small tight-knit community brewing over here where we're talking about all kinds of things crypto related. It's not a signals group. Those are bullshit. Fight me over it. They are. It's just a group of friends hanging out, discussing crypto. Hop on in, discord.gg/alpha-air, and let's just finish here talking about Maker. So Maker's approaching a strong area of resistance. Not only that, we are seeing a potential for a double top here, right? This has enjoyed a big run up, right? Retracement, big run up. So my guess is if we can't crack like this 1343-ish level here, you know, maybe even a little bit higher, right? I mean, there's your strong resistance right there, but we haven't even gotten up there. So you can see it here, where it kind of bounced off of it. Then finally we lost it, came back up, retested it, lost it again, came back up, retested it. So you want to be bullish again on MakerDAO, you flip this, right? You flip that kind of 1361-ish level, but right now it's looking like a double top and there's a potential for more downside. Now, with that in mind, this is on the daily time frame, mind you, the CVD, cumulative volume delta, is ticking up. We are bleeding a little bit. We got a bearish divergence right here, which played out. It was a small one, wasn't huge. So just kind of watching and waiting what happens up in this zone. But historically speaking, right, you can draw our supply like right there. We're right in the middle of it, looking for potential short opportunities, looking for longs if we can flip this line to the top side. At MakerDAO, near 16-month highs as well as accumulate. Crypto hedge fund sets bullish price target. Crypto hedge fund Ouroboros Capital says the token could test $1,600 price level as the protocol profits grow. So can we get up to $1,600 price level? I mean, it's possible, right? But first, we got to get past this level. We got to get past the profit taking at this level. Whales have been accumulating. It is up 125% since the bottom down here. So there is a potential for these whales to start taking some profits on it, which is healthy and fine. Well, you know, we got to follow what the whales do. And so far, what the whales have done is, and institutions have sold, large traders, right, have sold in this zone, which is the zone we're in right now. Potential short opportunity. As always, do your own research. I'm Aere. Those are the top 5 coins that I'm watching today. I am also going to be posting in Discord. If you want to hop on in, discord.gg/alpha-air. Hop on in, give me a shot. Come join a community where I actually talk to you guys and get to know you and hang out. Appreciate you guys. Later.